One more point. In the past, consciousness had it so it was difficult to see the many different worlds and realities that exist within a single reality. In other words, everything seemed to kind of be hazy and flow together. It was very difficult to distinguish different levels of consciousness. They all seemed to blur together, not just for you, but for the world in general. For you, and many others in the world, but for you in particular, you're going to see with a new clarity. It won't just all fuzz together. We're talking about human consciousness in general. You're going to see that worlds exist within worlds and realities exist within realities. You're going to see that it's not just a flat, three-dimensional life anymore. It is multi-dimensional. You're going to see that there are so many different segmentations of humanity, not just geographic, but cultural, belief systems, religions. You're going to see the differences with clarity like you've never seen before. It's not just going to all wash together. This is an important factor for a couple of reasons. You're going to realize how diverse reality is. It's not singular, very diverse. The second and the most important point in this is that you're going to have a choice in which ones you want to live and experience. When the mother bird wakes in the morning, I love birds. St. Francis and I, true bird lovers. When a mother bird wakes in the morning, even before the sun comes out, she has such anticipation and joy for the day, she doesn't even wait for the sun to come up. She wakes up and starts singing right away. She doesn't worry about where the worm or the food or the insect is going to come from. She starts singing the joys of the day, singing, looking at her nest with the young ones, singing about enjoying life with them. She doesn't worry about all the things that need to be done that day. She spreads her wings, and even before the young ones have woken up, she flies out. She gets into a stream of consciousness and the wind that bring her to the food, the breakfast for the young ones, and then for her. And it is just there. And there are days when it's not just there, and she still keeps singing. Because for her, for this mother bird to just experience life, to open her wings and soar upon the earth, is joy enough, even if it should go away in the next moment. Generally, she returns back to her nest with the food in beak for the young ones, and continues her singing throughout the day and into the night. Such is the life of a bird. No fear. The bird works with its intuition and its bird consciousness and the earth consciousness to supply it with all it needs. When you wake up, when other humans wake up, the first thing they do is dread. Before they get out of bed, before they take that first deep and conscious breath, they dread the day ahead. They dread what faces them in their bills, in their job, in their relationship. They dread and fear their health. Instead of waking up with a song and a breath, they wake up struggling with the day. And it doesn't have to be that way. You can choose which world you live in, or the world where the storms are going to tear apart the earth, decimate the crops. When the crops start changing, it'll bring in a new type of insect or parasite. It'll bring in new types of plant diseases. It can look awful if you choose that world to live in. When you wake up in the morning, you take that deep breath. Sing the song of joy that you're here in the physical body on earth. Sing the song of life, even if life should end later that day. It doesn't matter. That was the experience of being here on earth. Sing the song of having a physical body in which to feel earth and life. Sing the song of relationships, good and bad, because they all gave you something. So the question I ask each and every one of you is, which world do you choose to live in? The world of chaos and drama and storms? Or do you choose to live in the world of abundance and opportunity and joy, no matter what storms are going on around you? Which world do you choose to live in? Now, I'm going to make a very important point here. What I'm talking about is not positive thinking. I'm not talking about forcing yourself to think positive. That doesn't work because it's not genuine and authentic. What I'm talking about here is making a conscious choice. Which world do you want to live in? Can you take that deep breath before you get out of bed? Enjoy for the day, no matter what it holds. Can you hum a song to yourself? Can you open up and connect with the angelic beings who are all around you? Can you have such joy in your life that you give up the struggle, that you allow abundance in? Can you bring your dreams into your reality, your soul into your life, and you allow yourself to be part of your soul as well? Which world do you choose to live in this year? And so it is.